Hello guys, welcome to TMX Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today I'm getting ready for lunch. The kids are on duty. It is Friday, and so they are going to make a beautiful, I think it was a Mexican chicken ring. I'll check that in a second. And it actually requires some pre-cooked chicken. So they've just decided on it. So I've just whipped out of the freezer some chicken, and I thought this is a good chance to show you guys some tips on how to easily and quickly get your meat defrosted. We don't have a microwave, so that's not an option for us. So let me show you today how I'm going to do that. We've also been really busy in the kitchen. Some of you guys have seen the pictures. We've had strawberries coming in the bucket loads. So we've made strawberry syrup, and we've also, the kids have got hooked on ginger syrup, so we're making kind of a cordial mix for that. So there's been lots happening. I've actually got my ginger drink here. And it's been a busy morning. They've also made, with the leftover ginger pulp, they've then made gingerbread men. So it's been a fun morning. But anyway, let's get on to talking about how to cook something from frozen, okay? The Thermomix is great for this because you don't actually need it to be defrosted, and you're cooking with liquid, with steam, so it doesn't dry out. You know, if you did this in the oven, it would dry out, especially being uncovered. So yeah, let's do this, and I'll tell you how I'm doing it. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. That's the replay. Goes up tonight. Those of you on Facebook, remember to say hi and engage so it shows up in your newsfeed. So in my Thermomix, I have about 1.5 centimeters of water. Not a huge amount. It's kind of touching where the V is in the top blade. You know, you've got top blades, one goes down and the other goes up. It's touching kind of that low point on the down one. So not the ones that go this way though. I'm not talking about the low set. I'm talking about the high sets. You've got a knuckle on one side, and on the opposing side you've got a little V. That's where I'm saying it's up to. So if you want to gauge, it's about that much. It's only going to take about half an hour, but I am going to have to keep an eye on that steaming liquid because it depends on how big your chicken is. I nearly put in the breast as a whole because I couldn't cut it because it was still solid frozen out of the freezer. Okay, I'm putting in a simmering basket today. If you want to do a larger quantity, you can do it in the Vorwerk. You will need a bit more water, okay, for more quantity. I am only getting, I think it's 200 grams. The recipe calls for 150, but I'm going to just do a little bit extra. And all I'm going to do here is I'm cheating. So here's the little hacks for you. I have my very frozen chicken breast cut into 4. Now, ideally, I would have liked to cut that into 8. I would have liked to have done a bit smaller chunks. I simply can't get the knife through it, okay? I've got my awesome Thermomix mix shop knife, okay, my cleaver thing. It managed to get me into 4, but I'm not game on trying 8 because I think I'll probably get my fingers. So I've done that. You can see they're like rock solid, okay? There's no softness. They are still frosty. They are hard. I've got it in baking paper because, as I said, it's a bit of a hack. I don't want this bowl dirty. Okay, oh, by the way, I was going to show you the weight, wasn't I? There you go, 240 grams. I actually thought if I leave this bowl clean, except for the water that I can tip out, what's left of that water, I will be able to use it straight onto the next recipe. Because the kids have been cooking so much this morning, the dishwasher is already on. There's already 3 bowls in the dishwasher. So I thought this is a good way to be able to do something, but then use it again, second up. So now I've got that in there. I've got it in the simmering basket. I haven't poked holes in the baking paper. The baking paper's job is to keep that chicken juice from getting into the water and the bowl below, because I don't have to clean it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 20 minutes. It's going to take longer than 20, but at 20 I want to stir it. Okay, so I'm going to put it on 20 minutes. I'm going to put it on Vorwerk because I'm steaming. Okay. I want to give you a tip on your blades in a second too. And then just on speed 1. Now in 20 minutes when I stir it, I need to come back and I need to check the water level. I may need to add more water in. Okay, this isn't much water, but it depends on the process. You could put more in, but the more water, the longer it takes to heat it. So my thinking is if I just put a little bit, it takes like, not even 5 minutes, like 3 minutes to bring that to steaming. And yes, it does evaporate, so you do need to check it, okay? If I was doing something more substantial, 1/2 liter of water for 1/2 hour of steaming. And 1 liter of water for 1 hour of steaming. When you're doing a whole chook, it's 90 minutes, 1.5 hours in your Vorwerk. So 1.5 hours of steaming, 1.5 liters of water. It's a really easy way to think about it, okay? Now, I said I was going to tell you some tips about your blades. If you ever see a brown liquid in the bottom of your Thermomix casing, this bit, okay, around, you know how in there it's got a beautiful brown, a black area, and then it's got the rosette, and it's got a drain hole out to the back. If you are finding consistently you are getting some sort of brown liquid in the rosette or around the outside, it is a really key indicator that your blade shaft, your blade bearings are going to go. Okay, and it's time to order a new set of blades. All right, now your blades are the part that's designed to wear. I've talked about this many a times on here. It is like the tires on your car. Okay, the machine itself does not need servicing unless there's an issue, unless cockroaches move into it, or I don't know, somebody doesn't lock the base together and they put stuff into it. That was a TM5 challenge that we had at times. So it in itself, unless there's an issue, doesn't need servicing. But your blades are the part that is copping the brunt of your thermomixing. Okay, they're the part that has the bearings, and that you're seeing, that brown stuff, is a food grade bearing oil. Okay, it's not going to be inside your bowl, it's not going to be with your food because it's going down, but it's sitting then in that little rosette, or it's sitting in the outside. I had somebody call me over the weekend and ask about it. I thought it was a really good chance to tell you guys to keep an eye on that. You know, it's that sign. I've showed you before other signs of your blades going. It's another indicator. Okay, so it's worth jumping on the mix shop and getting yourself another set of blades. Remember to check consultant name displayed. Okay, don't do it without us involved. Okay, we appreciate those little bits that we get from Thermomix when you guys put our name down. Okay, so yeah, just a little side note on that and your Thermomixer, right? And that's for the TM5, the TM6. My memory of my TM31 is very vague, so I can't remember if you can see it. I suspect you would see it in your little rosette, more so on a TM31. All right, so I'm going to steam this. I'm then going to shred it. Just at the end, let me tell you about shredding. Actually, two things. Number one, check it's cooked. When you get to the 20 minutes, I anticipate at least a 10 more minute cook after that, okay? I'll be giving it a stir. If I'm really impatient, I could get a knife and now cut them in half at that point in time carefully with a pair of tongs. So if you're in a hurry, it's a really good way to speed that process up. I'm not going to worry that much, okay? I'm just going to give it a stir, put it on 10 more minutes, check my water level, and see how it goes. If it needs a bit longer after 10 minutes, that is fine. What I'm looking for is when I cut through the center of my chicken, it's not glassy and glossy looking, but it is white. This is breast. Breast will be white inside. If you've got thigh, it'll be brown, but it won't look like raw chicken, okay? At that point, when it is all cooked, then I'm going to go on with the recipe, which is, I'll bring it up and I'll show you. You'll get a glimpse of what else they've been cooking today. All right, so we're not doing that bread. Mexican chicken ring is actually what they're going to be making, which is really looking yummy. And it's a puff pastry recipe. You make your own puff pastry if you'd like, or if you prefer something quick and easy, store-bought puff pastry is fine. You got to roll it out into a rectangle, make little triangles, put your triangles in a circle, and then you make this beautiful filling, which is actually garlic, onion, tomato, olives, which if you don't like olives, leave them out. The cooked chicken goes in some lime juice, or we'll probably use lemon juice because they're coming in at the moment off the tree. Chili sauce. We've got to make some homemade mayonnaise. That's why I've left my second bowl. By the way, if you're buying a Thermomix at the moment, before the next 10 days, actually, you're getting a second bowl with your Thermomix. So really handy for things like this, where you're like, right, I want to steam my chicken. Hey, but then I want to make mayonnaise. Yeah, and you can put your second bowl in. And mayonnaise takes 30 seconds to make. So easy. Just don't use olive oil. Flavorless oil, yeah? Okay, salt, pepper, and then some cheese. So you're making that beautiful mix and putting it around, folding the edges of the triangles in, cooking it, and you end up with a beautiful thing that looks like that. So I will share the photo of that as well later on. I do have a lot of photos to share with you guys. I just haven't had 2 seconds to actually share what we've been doing in the kitchen lately. So anyway, that's it from me. I hope you are doing really well. There's another lot of gingerbread men ready to come out of the oven. And we've got angels today as well. Not just gingerbread men, but angels and circles. It's been lots of fun. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having fun with your Thermomix. I hope it's serving you really well in the kitchen. And, you know, really making your life easier, which, you know, life's crazy busy, right? So something that can just speed up that will make it easier, speed up the process. You don't have to be in the kitchen. That's a win. If I can help you anyway, go over to my website, check it out. I'm over there. You'll find my phone number there if you want to call and ask questions, send me a message. Always here to help you get the most out of it, or get you started with one. And make sure that when you get one, you get the most out of it, okay? It's not just a great risotto maker. It's not just a great soup maker, but it becomes something that is literally like a little robot in your kitchen cooking for you and making your life easier. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Can't wait to hear what you're making, so do share it with me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.